We haven't met any yet.
And as soon as like, so where are we going now, guys? Where do you think we should go?
Well, I think we should go to Oasis since it's really close to get more supplies. Step.
What supplies do we need? Horse feed, so we can go somewhere else.
Well, we've got 9 days of horse feed.
Okay, that is pushing it. So let's go to Oasis.
Okay, so you gather all the stuff once on the other side of the river, and when you are on the other side of the river and you have walked about an hour through the forest, you look up and see a green figure moving from north to south. Yeah, it is clear that it is the same dragon you just saw, probably going around its territory hunting. If this, you think to yourself that if this happens more often, he may get spotted anyway.
Okay, that's why he didn't mind about. So he said the third or the fourth, which is interesting because the second option was basically the same as the third, except we're joined to it. So he actually said he would prefer not to fight us, in a certain sense, with other people.
Not really.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He wouldn't fight you right now.
Yeah.
But you could return with other people, and then he would probably fight you.
He said if we could return with other people, which was the second option. The third option was I just tell the people there, and the fourth option was not say anything. Which is interesting why he chose the third and the fourth.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Well, perhaps he likes it if you bring additional people and fight him with additional people. Yeah, think of it what you like, really.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, yeah, he wants us to bring easy food for him, basically. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Okay,
what do you even need, Rat, what do you need for a stealth to be stealthy to that dragon? I mean, I had 22.
Your roll was pretty decent, but they have a decent, like, insight check.
Or it'd be perception.
Inside?
Perception, yeah, they have a pretty decent.
They have like a plus
bonus.
10 perception.
Plus 10?
No, this one doesn't.
Plus 8?
Huh?
What's his perception bonus then?
Plus 7.
Yeah. Was this considered a young dragon?
22.
What did you say?
So he rolled above 22.
Or met it, either one.
Was this considered a young? This wasn't considered a young dragon, was it?
Should be.
It's not. It's not. From what you think, it's too big and too large to be a dragon hatchling.
Right.
The problem is, usually dragons don't become young dragons
for 10
until
years.
they're 5 years of age.
Yeah. It's been like 6 months, if that.
Yeah, around 6 months.
Didn't something the female use the power of that
heart
dead tree or something like that to age them a bit?
Yep.
So that would have aged them about 10 times faster than normal.
So, okay, so they are
from
5
half a year
years
to
old?
a full year, if the information is indeed correct. Yeah, I'm a little bit dabbling if we should continue or not.
Oh, let's get to
I have
real
a
quick.
feeling that my reason. I have a feeling that a lot of the times this session we have like times where nobody's really speaking, as if people are either doing other things or just distracted in general.
Okay.
No, I'm just like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, this was a little bit.
Reason with dragons.
Yeah, this was a little bit much. Like, I'm trying to figure out a way not to die, and there's not much I could, do.
I was a bear.
Yeah, he was a bear, so he couldn't talk anyway.
I just came in, but yeah.
It's just the entire general session.
Well, to be fair, Ada was gone,
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah, I'm up for going another hour, hour and a half or whatever. Until whenever.
I don't know how much longer I can continue, really. That's the other part. So. But yeah, you could at least make it to Iassus in a day. Your travel before was 6 days, so we need a 7th day. I'll just roll it.
Technically, we did run into an enemy.
Yeah, it was fake.
Scripted.
No, it was more fixed location. So, quote unquote scripted. It's like half scripted, half not.
Well, you get to that area and you meet
chosen
them.
not to go to that area, and then you wouldn't have found anything.
True.
So, R1d20 minus
6.
6 for the 7th day.
Have we been before in Iassus?
Nope.
Yeah,
We've never been here before.
I don't think so.
We've never been here before.
Okay.
No, Iassus is generally around the same size as Halores, perhaps a little bit different in total population, but generally speaking, the same size. It's what you would expect to be a more like wood elven village or city. It's more within the woods instead of trying to keep the woods out of the city. It's the houses are made from stone and wood and what you would expect, not really from the trees themselves, but trees grow within the streets, like on the sides of the streets. Bushes are still growing at a lot of places, and the ring around it, there's only a palisade wall between the town itself and the woods directly around it. It seems that most of the people here live from what they grow in their own little gardens, which they have around their house, and from hunting and gathering in the surrounding area. There's a lower amount of like humans here. Normally in a city you'd expect to be, like smaller cities, at least 90% human. A little bit larger cities like this, around 80% human. This city has around 40 or 60% human and 40% more elves, really.
Quite a lot of elves.
Most of them wood elves.
Very interesting. Well, time to go on a spending spree.
We lived! Let's spend money!
I know.
Well, we haven't made a lot of money recently. But...
I would like to maybe trade in some stuff. Is there a bank?
Probably not.
Yeah, there are places where you can.
I'm just gonna look around for pockets that seem to be loose.
So there is a bank? Right,
yeah, you can. There is a place where you can exchange.
Okay, I'll just make the notes
I rolled
myself.
that for perception.
I got 2 more weeks of food for the horses.
What are you trying to perceive, Edo?
Full pockets.
That will soon be
your
empty.
Own full pockets mostly.
With 11, I don't see any other people.
No
who
juicy
potentially
targets.
Look like they have
There
stuff.
apparently aren't that many people walking around here with very full purses.
Oh, fine, half full if I can't find any full ones.
I just want to steal.
Remember, you're in a mostly elvish city.
Well, I trust in my.
Well, it's technically still mostly human, but
Oh, mostly.
there's
human.
like
You said
60% human, but
human? Oh, okay,
40% elf.
Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Sorry.
Are there any attractive elves?
They're elves. Most of them are kind of.
I mean,
attractive,
like,
at least.
for an elf.
Yeah,
Do I have a perception check for that?
yeah, sure.
Maybe trying to find.
No, they're
Maybe
not
maybe
like-
try to find an attractive, single. Maybe low, maybe a little
It is
lonely.
difficult to see from a glance if someone is
Preferably
single or
single.
not.
23. Almost perfect.
When you look around, you see multiple attractive humans and elves as well. If they're married or not, you don't really know.
Look for the ring.
Are rings a thing in this universe?
I don't know.
Not necessarily. They can be worn, but mostly rings are a sign of nobility.
So is there like a symbol of marriage in this world, like a bracelet?
Yeah, you need
Most
to know
people
who
don't
to hit
really
on.
bother with symbols, at least not in this part of the continent. They do not find it useful, so to say. They know that they're married. The people they're married to know that they are married to each other, and that's about the extent that it really goes.
Okay,
Any
I'm just looking
religious
around then.
Temples or churches here?
There are a couple of temples. Most of them are smaller, and most of them are built more aligning to life and nature. Life, nature, a little bit earthy type temples.
Okay.
Tyraneus probably likes this place a lot.
Yeah.
I do, and I'm not paying attention to the other females as they are. I'm thinking of Ravana.
Yep.
Very, very wise of you.
Hey,
So yeah,
I mean,
Drake, you do see a couple of
We rolled
fairly
D20
good-looking
for and she
females.
got a
Do I-
20.
do I-
She's an elf, dude.
do
That's
I feel like a
80.
buzzing in the back of my head?
Do you what?
Do I feel a buzzing in the back of my head?
Do you?
Probably. I mean, I'm technically out of range from the earring, but
So, no, you don't really feel a buzzing or anything. It's relatively calm.
yeah.
Your mind has been yours and yours alone for a while now.
How much do I miss her?
That's for you to say.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a wisdom check.
I seem to miss her.
I miss her a little bit, but it's not like a problem.
Wisdom check?
Yeah, it's like willpower.
I guess.
I want us to stay for 2 days so I can make 2 minor healing potions.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be 50 in total
Yep.
then for the minor healing potions.
Deducting them, yeah.
Yeah, is anyone going to do anything else in the meantime?
I'm just gonna go rob some houses at night.
I'm
and,
going
stay
to. I'm
there.
gonna talk to like the mayor or whatever,
Okay.
or whoever is like
we have
kind
one
of
Mayor,
person who
good
wishes
idea.
to talk to a mayor.
Whoever is in
one person
charge.
who's going to rob the place.
who's gonna rob the
I'm
mayor's
gonna
house while I'm
join you with
distracting
going
him.
to the mayor.
Yeah.
Okay, one person is going to try and rob the mayor, while the other person is going to the mayor's office and see if he can unintentionally probably distract people.
Yes.
Anyone else? Tyraneus is building or making a potions.
Poisons.
Potions.
Okay.
He's gonna kill us.
He could if you wanted.
Only he can do that, right?
No. Every magic character can make poisons.
No.
You need
Potions.
you need
So
proficiency
I
with an
can
alchemy.
too?
Does you need like alchemy kit proficiency?
Oh.
I mean, technically you could without proficiency as per the rules, but I would say no. Doesn't really make like you have to kind of have to have training for that kind of thing.
But I could help like Tyraneus or something like that, right?
You really can't. Your skill in magic is not as good as the other two is.
But I'm still like an arcane trickster.
Yeah, you're a trickster. You basically said what you are, trickster. You use
Fine.
magic tricks.
Be that way.
Okay, let's go to the mayor's office with Drake first then.
And be behind.
And Dolos is kind of following around, at least for the initial part.
Yeah.
Alright, you step in. It's a very basic wooden structure. It's filled with elves. And there is one elf who is wearing slightly better clothing than the others. But apart from that, there's not much to distinguish them.
Okay. So
Yeah, there's not really that much going on there right now.
Okay, in Elvish, I very politely ask, may I speak to who is in charge?
So this person with slightly better clothing says, welcome. I am the one who could be told to be in charge, at least for now.
Could we speak somewhere more private? I have some information that you might want to hear.
Of course, follow me. As he moves into... Dolos, you're following, or...?
Yeah.
Okay, he moves to the back of the building a bit and opens the door. This is my office. Step in.
Mm-hmm.
Dolos, do you step in as well?
Yeah, I step in.
So he lets both of you in. You are seated. He closes the door behind him. He seats himself in his own chair. He says, what is it that you wish to speak about?
Oh, well, it's kind of a touchy subject. But as we were traveling here, we happened to have noticed a green dragon flying in the sky, centered near the river.
A green dragon, you say?
Yes.
Are you certain?
Oh, I'm very certain. I couldn't be more certain.
That is extremely interesting news. We haven't seen dragons for age.
You're lucky.
I've seen two.
The younger ones among us haven't seen any. But do you know how long it's been here?
How long?
We haven't heard anything of a dragon. Dragons are not known to be quiet.
I understand that there was a magic institute on an island in the river.
Yes.
When was the last time you heard from them?
He thinks to himself. Perhaps a month ago.
Yeah, that was probably when
unusual.
That's probably about when it showed up.
How do you know?
Because we happen to have gone there, and the place is in ruins, and there are skeletons everywhere.
And did you see the dragon before or after that?
During.
He then looks at you. So your earlier statement was not the complete truth? I take it?
Not the complete truth, but I figured it'd be more believable to say that we saw a dragon than we encountered one.
Same thing, really.
Not when you speak to it.
You speak to a dragon.
I say yes in Draconic.
He says, my Draconic is a little rusty. I think you said yes.
Correct.
Well, that at least proves you can speak Draconic and that you can speak against dragons. Other Draconic creatures.
I want to insight check this guy. I want to see if he's believing me. Oh, jeez.
If he doesn't believe you, I can persuade him.
You really have no clue if he does or doesn't believe you.
Well, I say...
What you can see from this is that this is an old elf. So, old by elven standards would mean he is at least 700 plus.
Okay. Well, I say, the dragon and my group came to a bit of a compromising position. Made a deal, basically. He gave us some options. And he kind of wants us to let other people know that he's there. At least that's the majority of what I got from him. He doesn't really care. So I suggest nothing. I would not suggest you engage. He seems to be fairly powerful, unless you have some fairly powerful people at your disposal. It doesn't seem wise to engage, but otherwise, perhaps disseminating the news to other locations about this would be a prudent thing to do.
Do you have an idea of how old this dragon may be?
5 months. Oh.
And I go, and I look at him like, I look at Dolos, give him like a bit of like a eyebrow raise, and I turn back to the elf and say, "This is not a young, or it's not a dragon wormling. I wouldn't quite call it an adult dragon, so it's probably a young dragon."
The young dragon, at least 5 years old. Not having heard from a dragon for that long. Must come from somewhere else. Interesting. Then again, a quiet dragon is not a real problem. And if it's a young dragon, then it's not much of a threat yet.
Yet.
At least, not to large groups.
Except, I would like to point out that, I don't know if you're aware of this news, but in Barris, there were reports of a adult green dragon and 2 dragon wormlings. And from what I understand, there were repeated sightings of which the wormlings were growing at an astonishing rate.
That is news for me. I haven't heard such a thing yet.
Yes, we've been traveling around quite a bit, and we happen to have taken some interest in draconic news.
Is this technically a deception?
Nope.
No?
Right? I haven't said a lie.
Well, I don't know.
The news comes from me. What? How is that a lie? We've heard news by experiencing firsthand. It's not really deception. It's just it's.
Make a persuasion check then.
Oh boy.
You want me to say it instead?
Do I get advantage because Dolos is agreeing with me? I have a second opinion.
Yeah, I'm like nodding all the time. It's helping.
You have a second. Yeah, I'm a little bit half and half.
And it's kind of like
it doesn't really look.
It's there's also
you have it.
Okay, because it's also why would we lie about this? What's the advantage of us coming here and telling him this and lying about it?
There are many possible figurable advantages for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, persuasion.
Chaos itself can be a reason.
18.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do much better.
He is a little doubtful. He says, I am not fully certain if you are or aren't speaking the truth. But for now I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. At least about the green dragon that you say is on the island. As of the other 2, I'm even more uncertain because dragons, especially older ones, not like for the world to ignore them.
Yeah, that was the idea I got when he kind of wanted us to disseminate the news.
I will send scouts towards the area.
Mm-hmm.
They can see for themselves. From there, we'll go on. If it is a young dragon, then it would take at least 95 years for it to grow to a size where it is actually dangerous for a city. And in the meantime, a lot of things can happen. If I actually hear that it is being dangerous, then of course action will be taken. But from now, it's in our nature to live and let live.
Well, it did destroy a castle full of wizards, but
Yeah.
sure.
Those wizards were... He stops for a bit and say, let's say, not entirely good. But those are matters for perhaps a different time. And it really doesn't matter anymore anyway.
Okay. Well,
They have disappeared for longer periods of time.
well, I told you what I wanted to.
He says, in any case, I thank you for the news.
I nod.
Do I see anything useful or valuable?
You?
Yeah,
Make a perception
He just
check.
did.
I did.
Roll the 10.
10.
With a 10.
Another one.
I'm inciting Dolos, and I don't really notice anything.
Dolos, another perception check.
Okay.
You had advantage.
Dude!
Oh, great. The dice is very
There's the
plus.
Dolos we all know! The thief who can't...
Oh, I have my hands in front of my eyes.
You
Silly.
think you have seen something valuable, but by the time you are walked outside of the door, you're not certain. You couldn't really take a big look at it. It seemed something that was behind his desk, the desk of the mayor.
Did I see any entrance?
Wrath, was it shiny?
No, it wasn't shiny.
Okay, then I probably wouldn't
There
have
is-
noticed it.
No, there's a window behind him where you a little bit to the side where you could possibly enter from the outside.
Oh, okay. That's all the information I think I need. Maybe like exits and stuff like that, like in the main hall or something. Do I see any of those, except for the entrance?
No, there are no other like side entrances or something.
Okay.
There's just the like windows to each and every. Yeah, you could use the windows in the building itself as an exit, but
All right.
doors tend to have less glass that can get into your body. So you walk outside. What do you do?
I go back to the inn, and if Dolos doesn't follow me... What are you doing, Dolos?
I guess I'll just go back to the inn.
Okay.
So the both of you make it back to the inn. As evening falls, the speak in this town is different from what you're used to. Most towns are a little bit anxious. This town seems quite relaxed, even in the way they
Oh my
speak
gosh.
about the happenings all over the place. Really,
About what? About newcomers or?
no, just general happenings. A little bit about the war with the
Oh.
orcs, which is ending, and the people who are returning soon enough from the front, that sort of thing.
Hmm. I guess I'll do a perception check as well.
I
don't think it's
think
gonna-
actually that Golf did a perception check to see if he could see you leave.
No, that was for news. I can do a perception check to see...
Okay.
Oh, I was.
I'll do a perception check to see if he
I'm
leaves.
just gonna look around and
Sure.
see what people are saying or something.
So yeah, you don't. None of you actually find anything you are fairly
yeah,
interested.
I don't really see him leave because his passive stealth is like 16 or something. Actually, no. What's his passive? His passive stealth would be 4 plus.
I think there is no such thing as passive stealth.
There is. It's just not written down. It's the same. It's the same basic principle. So it's 8
Oh, I can be passively stealth.
theoretic. So long as you're, as long as you, it's not. It's one of those things where it's like you're not trying to be super stealthy, but you're trying to stay out of vision type thing. So it's not like you're just walking in the middle of a street, but you're not trying. You're trying to like keep a low profile. That would be what
I'd
passive.
probably never use it.
Yeah, but in your case, it would be you have a +4 dex,
+4 dex.
so you have 12 plus 6 because you're proficient, so 18 passive stealth.
Actually, that would make +7 since I have +3 proficiency bonus.
Are you not double proficient in stealth?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm double.
Expertise.
So it's 6 plus 4, which is 10, so 18. It's 8.
Yeah, 18. Oh, that's quite high.
Yeah. And put it in perspective, my passive stealth is 8, -1, -5. So 2.
Everyone sees you.
That's my passive stealth. So basically, I just roll stealth whenever I want to stealth because I can't get any worse.
Pretty much.
Well, if
You can always get a
one.
0.
Yeah.
In any case, the evening falls. People search for their own beds.
This is just me rolling, don't worry about it. Hey, I got one.
Anything going to happen?
I guess I'm gonna sneak out.
Okay, so you sneak out, make your sneak check as you casually, quietly move out.
Oh, that's slightly better than my passive stealth.
Wow.
Nope.
Oh, it's just Tyraneus, like my biggest
Tyraneus, where
obstacle.
would you be sleeping within this city?
Oh, on the outskirts.
On the outskirts, okay.
No, you wouldn't know.
You can slip within the palisade wall and still have like a decent amount of forest around you.
Sounds good.
Dolos, you get away from the tavern later in the evening. There are only a couple of people downstairs still. Of the 4 people, 1 is the bartender, 2 are knocked out cold. And the final person is speaking with the bartender under the, with a beer. You do not catch their attention as you move out. And I guess you move back to the mayor's office?
Yeah, only to that window. Instead of...
So you move around the back, kind of guess a little bit, look a little bit around. After a while you find the window in question. And you can see the desk of the mayor. The room is dark. Nobody seems to be in it.
Alright, then I'll try and unlock the window.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
No, right?
There's a small lock on the window, but it's fairly easy to unlock. That's even with a little bit of effort. That even you don't really put in much effort, and it still opens.
Good. I'll try
It opens inwards
sneakily
very
climb in.
silently.
Do I have to roll for sneakily climbing in?
Yeah,
Stealth or
stealth.
20?
So you hop through the window, not touching anything really that much. You land very silently on the ground. You're in the same room where you were a couple of hours ago, but now you're alone and it's in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'll try and
Late.
look for that object that I saw in the corner of my eye.
Okay, make a perception check with advantage.
Can I have double advantage?
It would still only mean 1 roll. Back to So you take the better part of 30 minutes going through the room itself, and finally, after quite a while, you manage to find the thing that initially caught your eye. It was stowed away, not in the same
A
place
bag
where
of
it was
holding?
It's a
before.
fancy pen, that's it.
No, it's not. It's a let me wait. It's a small bag. Not a pouch, but it's an actual bag. See it as like your general women's purse. And the bag has a face on it.
God, is it really a bag of
One
holding?
smile.
It's a bag of holding, probably.
Make an
Okay, Arcana is what? Wisdom or
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Good, good. 10?
Oh, by the way, Matt,
So-
because we've been looking for a bag of holding, does he get advantage on this because he knows what it is?
I've seen it before.
No, I lowered difficulty for it.
Okay.
From what you have heard and what you were looking for, this indeed does resemble a bag of holding. You are, well, I won't necessarily talk to you, but I think you're kind of excited. Am I correct?
Oh,
is
God.
That just...
I'm very excited, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here quickly, without leaving any evidence of, theft.
Other than you're taking
Okay.
it.
So you grab the bag of holding.
You store it away somewhere
put it
where
away
it can't
within
be
your clothes,
seen.
Move very silently out of the window again. Close the window, relock the window,
Yeah, of course.
and then move away.
And then stealthy. Go
Make
back to the
make one final stealth for your trip
21.
back. And you enter the bar and very carefully walk past the barkeep and the person he was talking to.
Gold on the counter.
Why?
Just because. And then go back to the room.
Well, that's not suspicious.
Yeah, A, that's not suspicious, and B, what happened to Dolos? He gave away money.
I just say they haven't seen you really come in.
It's on the house.
So, no, he just leaves it there, just a gold piece laying there. So good.
Alright, so a gold piece is laying somewhere on the counter.
Well, where the bartender would.
He could just mage hand it over there while he's walking by.
Yeah, I can mage hand it over there.
You can see the two speaking to each other. You walk by, go up to your room.
And they're like, oh, look, a penny!
Decide to... yeah, what do you do while you're in your room?
I'm checking the content... No, wait, I'm gonna wait with that. I'm just gonna put it...
Darn it, I didn't find him.
For now. So it's somewhere in my bag.
You put the bag of holding in your bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Next day arrives. Yeah,
we spend a day in town.
Do I have to roll like deception for trying to contain my excitement?
You can if you want.
You can, but then...
Yeah, you can. It's your own choice.
We can roll insight to see whether or not we...
Okay, deception versus insight from everyone.
Do we have advantage because we know Dolos really well?
And that he goes out every night?
Not really.
Okay.
18. Oh my god!
Oh, no. It's over.
Can I like use inspiration to give him disadvantage?
No. Dolos.
Yes.
Talking about inspiration, have one. I find this to a complete thing, kind of inspiration worthy. So if you don't have one, you have one now. Drake, speaking about inspiration, you get one as well.
Okay.
For the way you dealt with the dragon itself.
Okay. How did I? Okay. That was worth an inspiration.
A little bit. Yeah, just your general. Please don't kill me, kind of.
Yeah,
idea.
it was the please don't kill me. I'm acting cocky, but don't kill me. It was like that, like I'm afraid of you, but I'm not gonna act afraid of you type thing, you know?
Yeah. Following day.
Is there like a magic shop or magician who could maybe enchant things in town?
There is a magic shop in there. Yes.
Okay. I want to talk to him.
Okay. You go to the magic shop in town.
I'll go with him.
Also get a bag of holding?
Yeah, looking for a bag of holding. But no, I'm actually looking for a bag of holding. I would be very surprised if they had one.
Yeah, you go to the magic shop in town. It's a magic shop run by an elf.
Okay.
A wood elf. Ah, welcome. I see you are interested?
Yeah, we're in town. Thought I'd take a look.
Well, we have all sorts of knickknacks. Anything you're looking
for? Well, there are some things in general, but otherwise just browsing. You wouldn't happen to have anything that would happen to be enchanted with the reusable comprehend languages spell, would you?
No, but I could make it if you have the time.
Okay. So something that could, so basically the comprehend languages spell, but takes some time to recharge or something like that. How much?
It depends on how fast you want it to be recharged, how many languages, you know, I can do all kinds of things.
Could you do one with the full comprehend languages spell?
Yes, I could. I'll be honest, that will run you a pretty decent price.
I want to point out, rather, it is a first level spell.
Yeah, still.
How much are we talking
about? The real question now becomes how often do you want to be able to cast it within what time period?
Well, I would like it once a day, but that is up for debate. Could be more.
Okay.
Once a week
Yeah,
as
well,
well.
once a day tends to be a little bit more taxing. Let's see what we can do for you, shall we? First off, comprehend languages, first level spell. So, he grabs a scroll. Usually we use spell scroll as the conduit, so to say. So we first actually make a spell scroll, one time only. Use that to enchant an item, which of course needs to be given as well. The spell scroll itself will be 50 gold pieces, and he starts just he grabs like a little artifice which beams up a screen, and he just starts typing on it.
It's a hologram.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That would be a pretty good description. First off, 50 gold pieces for the basic spell. He leaves the item slot open for now. So, if you want it to be rechargeable, let's say we'll start with once a day. Once a day, blah blah blah, would net you around 500 gold pieces total. That is including the 50 gold pieces for the spell itself. If you want to do it a little less, like once a week, we are speaking about
every other day.
350 gold pieces total. Fewer usable times, of course. Get cheaper every time.
How about if we did something that had multiple charges but only regained her charge every week?
Multiple charges is it's like if you use an item once a week, in basic terms it would have one charge for an entire week. If you want multiple charges within a week, the cost would be a little higher. You would be speaking around 750 gold pieces at that moment, if not 800, depending of course. We can also make something that doesn't recharge, but just at the set use of item or a set amount of times, and that increases by technically by around 30 gold pieces per use. So one use is 50 gold, 30 gold pieces with that becomes 2 uses, etc, etc, etc.
So if I wanted 10 uses, it would be 350 gold?
It would be 50 gold for the first use, and then 3 times 9 for the next uses. So that would be 200 and that would be 320 gold for an item, and of course that is without the item itself. If you wanted to do it on a silver ring or a diamond ring, you know, the price goes up because of the components that we need to use.
Okay. So I like the once per day option being 550 without the actual enchanted item.
Yes.
What would you recommend for the item to be?
Preferably some sort of gem. For the once a week, the gem.
I thought this was every day, not every week.
I'd say you should use a gem worth around 50 gold pieces. That tends to be strong enough to hold it. The chances of misfiring at that moment become almost non-existent. That sort of thing.
Okay.
You could do it with a very cheap gem, but yeah, there are chances that the gem may actually explode, and you have magical energies everywhere. Can be a mess.
Okay. Okay, that's something to consider. So, just so we're clear, with the gem, let's say a ring with a gem, how much would that cost?
Well, the gem itself depends on what type of gem you wish, of course.
A 50 gem would probably be the best.
Well, we have a couple of very nice gem options. For the rings itself, it depends yet again on what type of
material.
Material you wish of the ring. If you want a basic silver ring with a gem encrusted, you'd run around a total of about 60 gold pieces.
Okay.
Gold is a little bit more expensive. Bronze is less expensive.
What would you recommend? For efficiency.
Well, for efficiency, it doesn't really matter what the gem is inside of. If you want it to be hidden, of course, make something smaller. Easily hittable. For efficiency use, for making sure that the spell will work all the time, the gem is the most important thing. And of course the skill of the people who make the items, but you don't start a magic shop if you don't have any skill. At least I don't.
Okay. That sounds good. So let's leave that aside for a moment. I have another possibility. So I have a magic rapier here. And my question is it possible to enchant the scabbard to have some kind of magically damaging effect, maybe even temporarily, to the rapier? Technically, it wouldn't be added to the rapier, it'd be indirect. Is that possible?
It would... Well, you say that technically it wouldn't be added, but in all reasonness, the spells need to coexist, even if it is for a short while. So in all technicality it would be added, but only for a short while. It would still be rather expensive, I'm afraid.
Okay, so if, let's just say, what would the possibilities be, like an additional kind of magically damaging effect?
The possibilities are quote-unquote endless, depending on how well versed you are in magic. I myself am fairly confident that I could do a couple of things, but not everything. Not by far.
Can you give an example of what you're confident in?
Before I say anything, please hand me the weapon. Just what it does. That sort of thing.
I hand him the weapon. I just tell him it does a little extra ice damage.
Thank you for
Ice.
getting my weapon.
I could up the ice damage for a short while.
Like after it's drawn from the scabbard.
After it's drawn from the scabbard, like I could up its ice damage for a couple of seconds. The scabbard itself would be cold then. I wouldn't do anything with fire because it can actually cancel out the ice damage, which tends to become quite useless. I could make it a little bit swifter on the draw. I could do that in the scabbard itself.
What would that, Wrath, what would that do in terms of gameplay?
It would give you, if your sword is still, like it would give you the ability to draw your sword faster, basically. So instead of taking an entire action to draw a sword,
it's a free interaction.
Like you would get a shield or something. You can kind of cancel those out. Be a little bit faster in those terms. So the drawing your sword would take a shorter amount, so you can still do something else, depending.
Okay.
It could also, in certain, at certain times, could increase your reaction speed by a bit.
Okay.
But not by a whole lot.
I'm interested in the increasing the ice damage. How long would it be increased? And Wrath, how much would it be increased by? Another D4?
Yeah, it might double the ice damage, but only for like the first 1, perhaps 2 rounds.
Okay, so it's like about 12 seconds ish. But that's fine. I mean, I get 2 attacks, so for me it's fairly worth it. And then I can always like put it. I mean, I could put it in right after. If I've already got it out, I can just put it in and then draw it again next turn. So it's not a huge.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that work.
It has to stay in or something.
It has to recharge the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much would that cost?
It wouldn't be cheap. Mostly because like the enchanting of the scabbard itself isn't that expensive, especially because it isn't for a very long while, but the enchantment of the scabbard itself needs to retain, so that's kind of expensive. And the two enchantments need to be woven in such a way that they actually work together, which is also pretty expensive and will take a while. You are speaking about, and now I'm in the end, she reckons he can do it for 877 gold.
Okay.
Permanently enchanting your scabbard to give additional ice damage. And the sword and scabbard need to be together for an hour, or the sword needs to be inside the scabbard for at least an hour.
Okay.
For it to recharge. Yeah, you then have the 12 seconds of double your ice damage.
So 2 rounds of double ice. I mean, 2 rounds of a D4 for that much isn't totally worth it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Do you have anything that could, or anything that could, for example, make a person more reactive in response to, let's say, enemies? So, Wrath, I'm talking about initiative. Like, I don't know a good way to put that.
We have, I have one little thing prepared right now. She grabs a ring. This little fellow here, it's a ring made of quartz. And it, some call it a ring of sixth sense. It basically heightens your, it heightens your feel, so to say, of your surroundings, which can make a decent difference in battles.
Okay.
Improves one's reaction mostly.
And Wrath, in terms of gameplay mechanics, what does it do?
It would give you a +2 to initiative.
Okay. It's not bad.
And it is one of the more expensive things she has. It's like what she has right now.
Mm-hmm.
Find something.
How much is it?
That is.
And what is it again? What is the item?
It's a
ring of +2 AC, basically.
It's a ring of +2 initiative.
I would love a ring of +2 AC too, but
yeah, no, initiative. It's called a ring of sixth sense.
Okay. How much does that cost?
It is a
300 plat.
That's 3,000 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
No, it's a it's a rare item, and it would net you. She kind of
looks at her player's her DM manual.
Tries to find the document where it stated what the cost would have been for this particular item. She says this particular item would cost you 861 gold pieces.
I'd be up to buy it if you're not.
Does this require attunement?
It doesn't require attunement, which is something she's extremely happy with, as she tells you.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Alright. That's something to keep in mind. Do you have anything that increases defense, armor class?
She goes around. She's like, yeah, we have a couple of things that may help someone be a little tougher. Let's see. What do we have? She's like thinking. Define tougher. You want hits to be less painful?
More like to make it harder for us to hit. So.
To be hit. Okay. She comes out with a pair of boots. These boots, when worn, make you a little bit faster in movement.
Wait, how does that affect AC?
Yeah, it pluses your AC by 1 by just being that little bit more.
Like dodgy.
Yeah,
nimble.
agile, dodgy.
I could use that.
I could use it if it actually increased my speed.
Do you say something about the speed?
Yeah, I'll actually say that.
He says, well, yeah, I have something that increases speed. Our only pair, actually. Very aptly named Boots of Speed.
Uh-huh.
So these are rather expensive items. I'll just give you the basics. While you wear these boots, you can use a bonus action and click the boots' heels together, and she kind of shows you like, tick, see? This is how they work. If you do, the boots double your walking speed.
It's a bonus action.
Double.
How long?
Okay.
And any creature that makes an opportunity attack against you has disadvantage on the attack roll. If you put your heels together again, you end the effect.
And
when
then if
the
you say there's no
property
place like
has
home,
been used for a total of
then-
10 minutes, the magic ceases to function until you finish a long rest.
I want to say that
She says,
I hear that I hear the description. I go, I think that would actually be better for Dolos
Yeah, I could go stabby stab and then run
because he
out.
could hide. He
Disengage.
can't hide. He has disengage, but that's also a bonus action. But he could like run
Yeah.
up and stab someone because he does more damage with his dagger than with his bow.
I do.
Yeah, but then with his bow, he can get sneak attack damage, and that's
No,
kinda
he
what
can
we
still
use
get
him
sneak
for.
attack damage though with the if we're around the enemy.
Yeah, or if I'm stealthy, but
I mean, if you'd like, it's your
says,
money. He's
The price of these things is quite
He's not
steep,
with us
though.
either.
no, he's
is he?
not.
no, but I'm
Oh.
gonna go there because I wanna get something.
The price of these things, you probably would have gone together then.
Yeah, we'll just say. How about we just say we all went
I
together?
guess.
We all went together. Just
Yeah,
make it super
that makes more
easy.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
While Toby's Toby's with us while when Toby was kind of in a break while he's waiting for all his potions to come to fruition. Ferment, yeah.
Would be useful if he could get something that heightens his AC when he's transformed.
Well,
Or
technically,
even when I'm not
even when he's not
transformed.
technically a magical item that boosts your AC will work in beast form because it's not like armor; it's just a magic effect.
True.
So, heck, he could even be a bear that wears boots if you really want it to be.
A bear with boots.
Yeah. So, how much are the boots of speed?
She says, well, hold on to your hats or your purses. The boots of speed will cost you 3,000.
Oh, dude.
That's
Ooh. Hella expensive.
you could buy it, but it's a bit much. It's nice, but it's a bit much, especially because it's for the
It's like my whole fortune.
yeah.
How much is the Ring of Sixth Sense? 877.
Yeah.
I think I would like to get the Ring of Sixth Sense because I have a -1 to initiative.
Yeah,
In the
I already have +7. So.
okay, I'm gonna hand her my shield and I'm gonna tell her. So, this shield has already been enchanted once. Is it? Do you think it would be within your capabilities to make it better? And it makes it tougher.
She says, it is within my capabilities, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, why is that?
Compounding spell on spell. On spell.
Okay.
Plus the price tag.
Okay. Do you have anything else that increases the defense, like the boots that you mentioned?
Well, you already have a shield, so that's off the table.
What about your armor?
She couldn't. I mean, you could enchant my armor to increase defense, but I actually prefer something like, can you enchant my armor to make it quiet?
That would be nice.
So like,
How much is the
She
shield in
says,
chat?
we can enchant armor to make it quiet, but we can't enchant made armor to make it quiet.
okay,
If you catch my meaning. If we want to enchant like your heavy armor to be quiet, we have to enchant it from the beginning.
mm-hmm.
From the moment it is basically just an iron bar.
Okay.
And we'll start off with that and then slowly but surely enchant it over the time of the process that it takes to make it.
That sounds like a bit of a major undertaking.
Yeah, and then you have
She
to buy
says
a
it
new
is.
one.
It's usually done on command and for people who have some time to wait
Okay.
and money to spend.
Okay. I kind of think that's off the table then. Do you have any other, I don't know, maybe even just making a ring that could increase armor class?
What was the shield enchantment that you wanted to get?
Oh, increasing it by another +1.
And how much was it?
Oh, we couldn't get it. She said it wouldn't be a good idea.
No, but what if I got it?
Oh, you want to make your shield +1.
Sure.
You'd have to make a new
She
shield.
basically says, well, what we could do is just exchange shields, be a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, and how much was it though?
We haven't made a
No.
specific price of it yet.
I want to say
let's see.
it was with the family discount around 600. But you know,
A +1 shield?
mhm.
Because yours was already +1, I think. She improved it even more for the family discount.
No, mine wasn't plus. If it was, I'd have plus. It'd be a 4 AC shield.
Oh yeah,
It's a 3 AC.
But it's a +3.
Yeah.
what was the price she let you pay? Yeah.
I want to say it was like between 600 and 700, but I could be wrong.
And she made it into a +2?
+1.
+3.
It's a +3 in total, so it's a +1 enchantment.
Yeah, okay, +1.
I think that was a.
Yeah, she says that we running you around the same cost as the rings, give or take. Let me see how much this specific one was worth. No, it's actually not too bad. 805 for a +1 shield, magic shield.
Okay. I think my AC's 19, which is not bad.
Okay.
Are you guys done?
Not quite. So, would you guys be up for splitting the cost for the comprehend languages, since we'll technically all be able to use it?
How much was it?
If we get the once per day, the total cost will be, I believe 310. Was that right? Or is it more than that, Wrath?
Yeah.
It was 50 for the gemstone itself.
Right, 50 for the scroll, so that's 100. And then an additional 10
And then
for the
it was,
additional.
50 for the scroll plus 30 per use.
We're talking about the one that recharges. It's got 1 use.
Oh yeah, the 1 use a week.
I thought it was a day.
It depends on which one you take.
Okay, well, it's the same thing, but let's get the week and day prices. Once a week and once a day. Total price.
I didn't write those down. I did write the other one down for the 10 uses. That was a 320 total.
Oh, okay, so it'd probably be more than.
And this one is
Well,
even
no,
more.
no,
Yeah, it'd
it
be
wouldn't,
more than
because
320.
it wasn't, because I remember thinking, oh, well, 11 uses is the exact same. So why don't we just say 400 gold then for it? Because I remember it was right around.
Yeah,
the
that should be around right for once. Yeah, once a day. 400 seems to be about right.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
And for how long can you use it?
It's the spell which is 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes, you can understand all languages spoken, and you can read any language so long as you're touching the surface it's on.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I'm fine with that, splitting that.
Yeah, I'll chip in 100 gold for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 10 platinum?
I'll just remove
Yep.
10
A piece,
plat.
yes.
Yeah, a piece.
But okay.
And this is, does it require attunement?
We still need to add the gold for whatever you use it on. So the item itself, we haven't.
Okay, fine. What else?
For the scroll?
What? Okay, well, it'll be.
I wouldn't use a scroll because
it'd be a
scrolls
ring.
burn up. Like
right.
an actual item, a ring, a medallion.
Add.
We have some items on us that we might be able to
Do
use.
we?
I'm wearing an emblem.
A carved
but-
statue. Oh, I have a signet ring.
You have.
I have a
I
signet
have
ring
a-
too,
I
but
have-
no.
Yeah.
No, I have a random blue ring.
I think
So, you know, that signet ring is the ring of your
that
house.
seems a bit much.
Oh right. No, you can use your signet ring.
I have a red fire pearl.
No. Actually,
I've
we need to
like
get that
a
identified,
diamond.
don't we?
I have a bunch of
okay.
diamonds.
All right. Well, how much would it be to get a ring, Wrath? Like, the 20 or 50?
A base silver ring would be 25 additional.
Okay, so we'll just say a total of 75 more.
Or what?
For the ring and the gem. Unless you counted the gem already.
Yeah, okay. Total of 75 for both the
I
gem
still
and
have
the
2
ring.
gems on me that we haven't used.
What are they worth?
What is the gem?
We were 25.
I have 30 gold worth of diamonds, but that was for something else. 2 gems. It doesn't say the worth though. So
They're
I
probably
don't know
probably
what the gem-
25.
What the gems are?
They're probably
Yeah.
25.
Probably.
We need 50. So,
I have 3 malachite gems, 3 amber gems, 1 carnelian gem, a ruby, and a lapis.
wow.
Zuzi.
Let's see.
You're a
Oh,
Gemini,
I thought
apparently.
I sold those ones.
Alright, the
Yeah.
ember first off is enough. The other ones were.
So 1 amber gem?
Okay, so that would do.
We'll just use that.
Oh, okay,
A
I give it
little
to you.
bit much though.
Okay. We'll use this amber gem. And then we'll say... That was just 20 gold for the ring sound, Wrath.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'll remove 5 more.
Everyone grew 5 gold. Sounds good.
So the total price becomes 420 gold. You provide the gem. She's very happy with the gem. She says it'll most definitely work on this. You can pick this one up later tomorrow.
Okay.
And she makes all the notes, gives you your certificate of, hey, we bought this from her. We need to get it on this date, which is tomorrow.
Okay, and then you have the Ring of 6 Cents, which was 877, was it?
See?
Yep, that's yours.
Yeah, I'll take it. So that's 8.
The person behind the counter says, well, if there's anyone more interested in the same, we could make another one. I cannot say that the price will be exactly the same, but it will be around the same price. It can be done tomorrow, if you are really willing.
I think I need it. It's
So
only for
it gives you
initiative, right?
+2 initiative, right? And that's it?
Yes. But it does give you +2 initiative indefinitely. So,
Yeah.
whenever you roll initiative, it's +2 additional.
Ooh, 7 plus 2. That's 9. That sounds nice though.
Yeah, well, mine is it would now be +1. Okay, so there's that. I still have some gold. So we've got those 2 taken care of. I'll
It
just
says, is there anyone interested? I can...
I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm
he
not
says
sure.
the base price would be at least 850. The maximum price would be 900. Is that within your capabilities?
Yes.
Then you can pay the 850 up front. The additional cost that may come, you can pay when we have the item ready for you. Is
Okay.
that agreeable?
Well, if I get the +1, if I get the shield enchantment as well, which I'm planning to do, can I get like a bulk discount or something?
Yeah,
No.
this is magic.
Okay. I know. Worth asking.
How much was the how much was it? Yeah, how much was the shield again? You should have enough money, right?
805.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have enough. We're talking 1,600 gold. I have like
1,700 gold.
20
Max.
Well, yeah, and then I have more over 2,400.
Okay.
worth.
So yeah, you could do that. Oh, and you'd also get 10 gold for your shield.
Back.
10 gold off. Okay.
He looks at both. She looks at you, Gummy. Because Dolos apparently isn't there yet.
What?
Or, yeah, you are there, but you're just
Waiting.
standing there. So she's looking at Gumby and Dolos. Any takers? I need to know.
Yeah, I'll take.
I'm wondering if you have a ring for dark vision, or any wearable thing for that.
He's gonna take the shield, by the way, Wrath. So we'll just mark that down too. He just takes it. So 805.
All right,
So,
I'll mark that off right
Which
now.
one was taken?
So he's ordering the ring of 6th sense, and he's taking the shield +1.
Yeah, I'll mark off the shield from my thing right now.
Okay, so the shield would be 795,
Yes.
and the ring would be a base 850 with a possible 50 more. And it's like between 50 0 and 50 more, which would give you a grand total of 1645.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm just paying for the shield enchantment right now.
Well, it's yeah.
Okay, so that's a 795 for the shield.
Yep.
Dolos?
Yeah, I want to have something for dark vision, if that's possible.
Dark vision.
Seeing at night.
Basic dark vision.
Yeah, sure.
Temporary or always on.
Well, maybe always on at night, or when it's dark.
Okay.
Shoulder powered dark vision.
Hello.
Thing.
Yes.
Or actually everyone, we're going to have to continue this next time. It's
Oh.
time to eat for me
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I have noted everything we have talked about as of yet and their prices.
Okay.
So I'll keep those posted. Next time we'll continue with shopping. And then go on with whatever else.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Well, if you have some
Alright,
free, Wrath, if
I've
you have some
marked
free
mine.
time, you should try to make like a list of just magical items she has in the shop that we can browse.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, but it would mean that that has to change like time after time after time after time because each and every
Yeah.
shop has like different items. That would be extremely
Annoying.
annoying and it would take so much time.
Okay.
It's easier to have like a ballpark of what type of magic shop it is and then listen to what you want and see if that is within the reason of this magic shop.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I gotta go too, so I'll talk to you guys next
Sounds good.